All right, first of all, tell me your name and who you're representing here.
Hello everybody, my name is Terry Savage. I'm with Cloudera.
Tell me the brief explanation of Cloudera, what you do, who you are.
Yes, if you've ever heard of Hadoop, Cloudera is the leading enterprise distribution of Hadoop. So what Cloudera does is it packages up Hadoop and supports it for our customers. We have professional services teams that help companies implement the Hadoop solution, or we call the Enterprise Data Hub. And then we lead the market in terms of training your teams to be able to derive value out of the Enterprise Data Hub. Those are the three things that we do as a company.
Why is Cloudera at the Big Data Conference?
Well, we're especially here at the Indy Big Data Conference because this is where you're gathering those that are tasked by their companies, by their organizations, by the government to understand what does big data mean, what can our companies gather or gain value from big data. And it's those kind of relationships that we find, we help share with them what we do, we learn what they're trying to do, and we make a marriage of those kind of relationships. So this is a place we found where the right people are gathering who are tasked with this responsibility to see if we can help each other to move this ahead.
Is it working for you? Are you learning what you want to learn? Are you having the experiences you want to have?
I just had a lunch discussion, and I was supposed to be giving information to somebody. I would say I learned more than they did in the discussion, right? They were explaining some of the challenges they were facing. What a great opportunity to understand deeply what they're facing on a day-to-day basis. I was able to share with them some things, but I think I learned the most out of that whole conversation.
What will you tell others who weren't here and maybe want to encourage them to come to next year's? What will you say to them?
I'd say if you're looking for individuals who have a fire in their belly to accomplish something great, and data is a big part of what they're needing to accomplish for their companies, it's a great place to come, one, to meet other people who are in that same role, two, to learn some new things that people are doing, and three, to share what you've got. I think if you give away what you have, you're going to get back some more. This is a great place to have those kind of conversations.
What's the significance, you're a Midwestern guy from Cleveland, now in Detroit, what's the significance of holding this here in Indianapolis?
Well, there's great companies that are in Indiana on the cutting edge, and people think it's all in Silicon Valley or it's all in the East Coast. There's great innovation taking place with great companies right here in Indiana. So important to get those people together, talk about the innovative things that they're doing and share those ideas so that greatness, if you will, or that value can be spread to other companies.
I guess Eli is your CEO, is that?
Eli is the chief technologist for Cloudera.
Okay, he was a keynote speaker today. Tell me about that. Why was that significant for your company? What do you think he brought to the audience who listened to him today?
Yeah, so for our company, what a great thing to be able to stand in front of great companies and say, here's what we're doing to try to help companies around the world, and we care about Indiana. So that's the first thing. Second thing, I think what he brings is we're in companies every day sharing our story and companies sharing their story with us, and we're learning best practices to get people to value with big data. A lot of people think of it in a lab setting and let's try this out, but what we're learning is how do we help companies get value quickly. If I recall his presentation, for anybody who missed it, he talked about metrics for a company saying, are we being successful? What a great thing to be able to bring to the table, say those that are measuring themselves to be great at this, what are they measuring? And start focusing on those things. So I think that's what he brought to the table in his presentation.
I really appreciate his presentation. For someone who's a layman, he really helped me understand it. Are we still in that defining phase, or do you feel like folks like Cloudera, your company and similar companies already understand this and know where they're going with it?
Well, I would say for one thing, we have a clear path. We've seen many companies get great value, but the opportunities are massive, and we would be foolish to say we know and understand everything. There's a lot to learn, there's a lot to gain, and we're on an amazing journey to do that. But don't mistake that there's some very real things happening. Companies getting great value out of their data that they could not do before, and are now having those opportunities.
So this is a networking experience opportunity. in your world, in your business, how important are these? Are you? I mean, obviously you're talking to customers, but you're not necessarily talking to your competition who may be here. So, how important is this conference in that respect?
Oh, it's huge for companies to see that Cloudera cares about them, that we care about the state of Indiana, we care about the companies resident here, to have the conversations, to make sure that they know we're here and we know what they're facing. So it's huge to us to be here as well. So I would say any company that missed this opportunity, it's been a great time to interact with really great companies.
Is there anything I haven't asked you about the conference or your world that I don't want to leave out?
Well, great food, great people, great speakers, and just a great time to get to know people.
Perfect. We're going to transcribe this. If you would go ahead and spell your name for me.
My spelling of my name is Terry. My last name is Savage.
GE. And how should we title you?
Account executive for the state of Indiana with Cloudera.
Perfect. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.